your questions are from the society,
yes.
the Ukrainian society in Norway? Yeah,
yes.
okay.
I'm from Ukrainian Norwegian Research Center, and I would like to ask you about cooperation between Norway and Ukraine. I know that you cooperate with Russia, and you have something with education and students and teachers. But what do you think about Ukraine? Is it possible to cooperate with Ukraine?
Of course. I mean, it's partly coincidental. It's because my competence is with Russia. But as I said, I went to the Crimea, to Sudak, and it was very, very nice. It was some years ago, but we are open to cooperate, of course, with the Ukraine.
But do you have any connections now?
I have some colleagues, some Ukrainian colleagues, yes, but we haven't done much with them. This department is very international, and we are working a lot. Many of my colleagues are working with countries in the southern hemisphere, with Bangladesh, Nepal, Latin America, and so on. I'm the only one who speaks Russian, so and for that reason, I have worked with Russia, not so much, but I have given some seminars, workshops there with opposition groups and so on, and of course I would be happy to do things.
But can you tell about what kind of cooperation is it possibilities to cooperate with Ukraine? Is it high schools, university schools? What do you do here, and what can Ukraine get?
Well, we're an academic institution. We're the third biggest state university college in Norway. We have 17,500 students, and we are more practical oriented than the University of Oslo. We are very much looking at the professions and the practical aspects. We have a big faculty of engineering. We have a big faculty of nursing science, health science. It's very international. We are working with many countries all over the world: physiotherapy, radiography, care, pain relief, and so on. So we're very active also in teaching and education. We work a lot with many countries. What we could do, I could introduce you to our international department, and as an education institution, we would prefer to work with an education institution, a university in the Ukraine, for instance, or in any part of the Ukraine. We are fully open to this. Oh yes.
So you just need to connect with the right high school or university.
College or university college, or we will. I should say this. We have 6 doctoral programs now, and we are applying for full university status, and we will be a university within maybe 2-3 years. I understand you have studied here, so there is now a school of business, etc. And we're doing quite a lot also there with many countries. So we would need to be connected with a Ukrainian university college or university, yes.
So you think our center, we can assist you to find some connections?
Sure, I mean, why not? Why not? You are here, you are based in Norway, and that would be, we would be happy to.
Yes, it will be very nice cooperation.
Yeah. So what I can do, I have your email. I can tell our international director, Benedicte Solberg, to arrange a meeting, and then we can try maybe and get funding from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There's a lot of goodwill for the Ukraine in Norway, as you know.
Yes.
And it
we
should
need
be
to use our resources.
Yes, it should
both
be
money and people.
Yes, it should be possible to get funding for some interesting projects. Also, there is something called SIU, the Center for International University Cooperation. It's located in Bergen. They have, for instance, a Russia program, and it's primarily directed at Norwegian universities in the north of Norway and the border. why isn't there, for instance, a Ukraine program with this? That could be a good idea. And Benedicte Solberg, who is our international director, she used to work with this center. So what I can do now, I can send her an email. I can say we have had this meeting. I can give her your details, and I could ask for a meeting, and you could talk to her, and then she can connect you, and we can begin doing it that way.
Yes, it will be very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can do
and
that.
I have one more question. Maybe you have heard we had meeting at the embassy, and I have said that we have our online courses in Ukraine. What do you think about this idea? Is it a lot of Norwegians who want to know or learn Ukrainian?
Well, yeah, I would think so. I mean, there are not many Norwegians who know or want to learn Russian. There is a university center in St. Petersburg, but I think they mostly give courses in Norwegian for Russians who want to come to Norway. There are not so many Norwegians who people like me would use it, researchers and so on, but there are not many Norwegians who. But now the humanitarian situation, the political situation in the Ukraine might be such that organizations like the Red Cross, like the Norsk Folkehjelp, for instance, and the Kirkens Nødhjelp, I mean Norwegian aid organizations could be willing to start courses for Norwegian people who need to know some Ukrainian to go and help in the Ukraine. Yes.
But the Norwegians need to know Ukrainian not only to help in Ukraine, but to read information about Ukraine.
Yeah.
So they will not be. It will not be so much propaganda from Russian media.
There is a Russian-Norwegian culture club, and they have all the times lectures and Vysyoly Večer and things like this. And I don't know what you do, but I'm sure you have things like this. Invite Norwegians are curious, try and arrange.
Yesterday we had big meetings at the Sosental, but it was only one person who came to us.
Yeah, no, I would try and come. I'm a member of. I go very seldom to the Russian Norwegian club. I have so many things, but I would. Yeah, sure. I mean.
Tomorrow we will have one big meeting at Fredshuset.
Yeah.
So if you or your colleagues or your students would like to come, it will be 5 o'clock.
Okay. You have a newsletter because we have these tight schedules and.
Yes, I can send it to you.
It's Saturday tomorrow. Yeah,
yes,
Also.
I can send it.
Sure, do that. That would be. But what I will do now, I will send Benedicte Solberg, our international director, and a request with your email and ask for a meeting, and we can take it from there.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. My pleasure. I'm sorry, but my wife and daughter, they're going to kill me